What's going on, everyone? I hope you're very well. I hope you're having a very nice day. Today I'm gonna show you this little procedure that I'm gonna do. As we can see, we have this huge tub of bonsai soil, and this is the regular bonsai soil that I use, based in 70% zeolite, 30% organic matter. It could be worms castings, or it could be peat moss or cocoa coir. And to this, I added a little bit more cocoa coir, because what I'm going to do today, as you can tell from the title of this video, is plant a couple of Trident maples. Yeah, and Trident maples, Japanese maples, azaleas, and all of those species. They like their soils to be acidic, and so when you add a little bit more of organic matter, that's what you can do. Yeah, so I got the seedlings right here, and I thought it would be very interesting to show you what I do when I germinate seedlings. It's super easy, you know. I've got other videos where I show you the process, and I actually got several species germinating here. These are Japanese flowering quince. This have been in the fridge for about a week, so I don't expect any sprouts here, but it's very simple. Like I said, you just have to soak them in water for a couple of hours. I've heard a lot of people say that it's very good to soak them in very cold water and keep them in the fridge while you're soaking them. Then you take them out, you put them in a little plastic bag, and then you just put them in the fridge until they germinate, and that's pretty much it. And that's exactly what I did. We got red maples and the ones that we're gonna plant today, which are these Trident maples. Now there you can see that we got germination of at least 5 little guys. So what we're gonna do today is just simply take them out of the bag. When you can see the little taproot emerging like that, that's the perfect time to plant them. Yeah. In my other germination videos, I've had people ask me when to plant, how long should I wait before I plant them, should I plant them before they're germinated in the little bag. So this is basically what I do. I just wait until they germinate in the fridge, and then I plant them. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna fill this little plastic tubs. These have become very, very handy. I bought several of these, and you see me transplant that little ficus in one of these. I've also planted a lot of deodar cedars and red oaks in these, so these are very good. They got good drainage, they're not expensive, and you can use them many, many times. So we're gonna fill these up with soil, and then yeah, we will continue. Another thing that I want to tell you is that if you see in the description of this video, you'll notice that I've got a link to another channel of mine, another interest that I have, another hobby that I have, if you will, is terrariums and aquariums. And so I created a different channel. So if you're interested in that as well, I've uploaded like a couple of videos. I'm gonna upload more in the future, and they're still very rudimentary, but yeah, if that's something that you're interested in and you want to support the channel, go ahead, and you can go ahead and subscribe and comment and whatnot. Yeah, so I'm gonna fill the pots with soil, and then we can continue. So here we have it. I've gone ahead and water the containers, just so that the temperature when we plant these are, well, it's very nice and cool. Yeah, and like I said, it's just a matter of taking them out of the bag and planting them. So let's go ahead and do that too. So here we have them. It's actually 7 of them that are germinating right now. This one, you can't see the taproot very well, but it's there already. There's a little white point that you can see on the edge of the seed that is just emerging. So I decided I just was going to go ahead and plant it already. Yeah, so we have 7, and we got 3 little pots. So I'm gonna sow 3 in one, and then 2 in the others. So like I've done in previous videos, we just have to make a little hole with our fingers. We just have to be very careful when planting them. This is going to be the one where I'm going to plant 3. So we just put them there, and with our finger we just do this. That's it, nothing else. Yeah, that's about as much as we're gonna do. Yeah, and a good idea in order to keep track of them would be to leave the little wing that the seeds have out in the open, because that way you'll be able to, like I said, keep track on them. If you see that they are moving, if you see that they continue to grow, it's because everything is okay down there. And yeah, that's it. Yeah, so we got 2 more. They're beautiful. No, and same thing, little hole with our fingers, we just put them down. Yeah, so the little hole must be about a centimeter deep, even less if you live in a very cool or temperate climate. But you know, it's like I said, these seeds are very vigorous, so they'll have absolutely no problem if we just plant them, because the little plants are very vigorous. So yeah, we're pretty much done with that. And another thing that I wanted to show you was my cherry blossom air layer. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. So you can't see very well, but this is my cherry blossom tree, and I reworked one of the air layers, the largest one, just because I thought it didn't have enough room. So I took a yogurt container and I replaced the little plastic bag of moss that I had placed there, and you can see there that I just attached it to a place where the moss was. The others I just left in place, and it seems they're doing very well. So why I'm showing you this, I intend to keep these on, but I'm showing you this because when I reworked this, I took cuttings, and what I did is place them in a little Ziploc bag. I applied a little bit of rooting hormone, put them in a Ziploc bag just as an experiment, and after a couple of weeks they started to develop a callus. So let's go ahead and take a look at them. So we have them right here. It actually took a bunch of them, you know, more than 20, and they were all developing this really nice callus. And if you've ever taken cuttings before, maybe from rose bushes, maybe from rhododendrons, maybe from apple trees or whatever, you'll definitely know that when the cutting starts to develop calluses like this, you know, it's like 70% of the way, you know. It's just a matter of planting them, keeping them in a nice spot, and they will root. So these are very easy to root. Cherry blossom cuttings are very easy to root. Maybe in a future video I'll show you how I did it. But we're also gonna plant these. Yeah, let's see what happens. To be perfectly honest with you, I'm not sure if they'll make it, just because timing and the season in which you take the cuttings also plays a role. Right now we've been having very hot days, you know, in the hundreds. We've been in the hundreds for a month and a half now, and the weather has also been very humid. So the humidity in the air, the very hot temperatures, it's a defining factor when you're taking cuttings. So I'm just going to plant these. Like I said, this is an experiment that I'm going to repeat once the temperature becomes milder. So another planting exercise. We're just going to go ahead and plant these. So we fill this little plastic pot, about half of its total volume, and then it's just a matter of placing the little callus there. Yeah, in order to have very little movement of the cuttings, so that little roots don't get damaged by the, I'm trying to focus, sorry, very little damage of the hopefully emerging roots. It's impossible. We just put them there, leaning against the edge of the pot, against the lip of the pot, and then we proceed to fill the rest, the remaining volume. As you can see, this is a similar substrate to what I told you. I root these in, and that's very good. You know, that's gonna keep the plant without any drastic changes. We just water, and like I said, another thing that we need to keep in mind is don't overwater. Just don't baby them too much, you know. I found that when you leave things alone, in the words of the great Dr. Ian Malcolm, life finds a way. So, you know, that's pretty much it. You know, we keep this in a shady spot. It's a good thing that it receives dappled sunlight, but keep them away completely out of the question to keep this in the sun, especially during the summer. Keep them in a shady spot with dappled sunlight, and if everything goes well, we should have more little cherry blossom plants. Yeah. So if you hear that my that's another thing. If you hear that my voice is changed a little bit, it's because I'm a bit under the weather. I'm experiencing cold symptoms, so I think I got, you know, the virus, but it's, you know, very mild, like I said. Unfortunately, when that happens, sometimes I neglect my plants, and I'm very ashamed to say that my previous video, the one with the little cedar deodar or deodar cedar, yeah, I just left it in a place where it got like the full blast of the summer sun, and it died. You know, it's very unfortunate. But what I'm gonna do is, you know, take that as an opportunity to plant a new one. Same pot, same beautiful pot that was given to me by my girlfriend. So it's a loss, but not a huge loss. Yeah. So I hope you like this very short, very simple video, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay. I hope you're very well. Drop any comments, questions, doubts, or anything that you have, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.